Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey to explore a shift in leadership assessment that's really revolutionizing how we identify and nurture great leaders in our increasingly complex and interconnected world. As we stand at the crossroads of rapid technological advancement and evolving workplace dynamics, the need for a new approach to leadership has really never been more critical. We're here today to discuss how human-centric leadership assessment can transform our organizations and prepare us for the challenges of tomorrow. A little bit about me. I have over 25 years of experience in talent acquisition leadership, where I've had the privilege of working with diverse teams and organizations out there in different areas to identify and nurture exceptional talent. As an executive recruiter and sourcer, I specialize in connecting organizations with leaders who can not only drive their vision forward. In addition to my recruiting work, I'm also a recruitment trainer. And in this role, I help equip recruiters across our enterprise with skills and strategies that they need to excel in their positions, ensuring that we're not just filling roles, but also building strong, inclusive teams. D&I is very close to my heart, and I'm so proud to be a strong advocate for these values in our workplace. I believe that diverse perspectives lead to innovation and solutions that can really help us provide a richer organizational culture. On a personal note, I'm a really proud Navy mom. My son's service has instilled in me a deep, deep respect for leadership, resilience, and commitment. And those are qualities that I strive to embody in my professional life. So looking ahead, I'm excited to share that I have several upcoming speaking engagements where I'm going to be discussing topics related to talent acquisition, leadership assessment, and diversity initiatives. And I'd love for you to join in. All right, but let's jump in here to what you came to hear about assessment. So for decades, we've relied on traditional assessment methods that primarily focus on hard skills, a lot of past achievements, and quantifiable metrics. While these approaches have served us well in many ways, they're starting to fall short in our changing business landscape. Just if you want to think about it for a minute, how many times have we seen technically brilliant individuals struggle in leadership roles? Or really charismatic personalities fail to deliver the results that are needed? In truth, our conventional methods are missing a crucial element, and that's the human factor that defines truly exceptional leaders. In a world where empathy, adaptability, and cultural intelligence are becoming increasingly vital, we need to evolve our assessment technique of these leaders to identify folks who can navigate these complexities that today's leadership requires. Leaders of the future and current leaders today need to do a lot more than just manage. They have to inspire, they have to connect, they have to adapt across cultures and across generations. They need to lead with empathy. They need to foster innovation and to navigate uncertainty with a lot of humility and a lot of grace. So consider the challenges that we face. We've got remote and now hybrid work environments that we're dealing with, multi-generational workforces, rapid technology shifts and changes, and increasing demand for corporate social responsibility. So these factors require leaders who can build trust in virtual and hybrid teams as well as in person, bridge generational gaps, embrace and drive technology innovation, lead with purpose, and align personal values with organizational growth. So this shift really is calling for a new approach to leadership assessment. Behavioral questions, the STAR method, it's just not cutting it anymore. We really need to put something forward that offers humanity and the human element at its core. So how are we going to do this? I think it's really important to take a look at these 5 key principles that should be guiding our assessment process. The first is empathy evaluation. Here, we're going to try and assess a candidate's ability to understand and relate to diverse perspectives. This involves evaluating emotional intelligence and the capacity to create inclusive environments. We need to start assessing and looking at their cultural fluency. It's a global world now, and our leaders really must adapt across cultural in different contexts across the globe. We should look for experience that demonstrates a global mindset and the ability to navigate those cross-cultural changes effectively. We need to look at purpose-driven leadership, evaluating candidates on how well their personal values align with our organizational mission. This includes assessing their ability to inspire and their ability to motivate others towards a shared and collective vision. The fourth point is our collaborative capacity. Great leaders today build and nurture those teams. They foster psychological safety, and we need to evaluate their skills and how they build trust, how they encourage open communication, and how they leverage diverse strengths within a team. And finally, adaptive resilience. I think this is so important to assess a candidate's ability to navigate uncertainty through change. This is going to involve looking for evidence of a growth mindset and how they learn from failure and how they've guided others through turbulent times. By incorporating all 5 of these principles into our assessment process, we can identify leaders who are not just technically competent, but also their emotional intelligence and their cultural awareness. These are leaders that we need to find on the market in common and not so common places that can really and truly drive our organizations forward in the complex global landscape we're all facing. So let's look at a few innovative techniques that we can use to put some of these principles into practice. There's 360-degree feedback, and that provides a holistic view of a candidate's impact from multiple perspectives. Companies like Accenture have integrated this approach, believe it or not, with VR technology, virtual reality technology, to create more comprehensive leadership assessments. I love to use storytelling sessions, and what these do is they really dig in and reveal a candidate's authenticity, their self-awareness, and their communication styles. We can assess how candidates articulate their leadership journey and their values by using storytelling sessions, and they really provide fantastic insights into their leadership style and their potential. Some companies are also using reverse mentoring, and this is done a lot internally, but it does evaluate a potential candidate succession plan and their openness to learning and their ability to connect across generations. Programs are being done in corporate America that pair senior leaders with junior employees to assess their leaders' adaptability and willingness to embrace new perspectives. There's also community impact projects, and these are really fun. They assess a candidate's ability to create positive change and collaborate with diverse stakeholders. My company's direct competitor is using it right now, and they're putting it in play for projects to evaluate leadership potential in real-world, high-stakes situations in the pharmaceutical world. So all of these techniques are just examples that allow us to go beyond traditional interviews, your traditional STAR methods of interviewing and your behavioral assessments and psychometric testing. And they allow us to provide a more comprehensive and nuanced view of leadership potential. So let's dive into some compelling data that's been gathered from some studies I found with IBM and Ernst Young. They illustrate the tangible benefits of human-centric leadership. And this chart, this is the data that Ashley's talking about. It showcases dramatic improvements that organizations can achieve when they prioritize human-centric approaches. So to break it down, if you start there with meeting objectives, we're going to see a staggering jump from 28 to 73%. This means that human-centric leaders are 2.6 times more likely to achieve their goals. Imagine the impact on your organization if you could perform at this rate and double their success ratio in meeting objectives. Another point is revenue performance, a 32% increase here. This just isn't a minor boost, it's a significant leap that can transform an organization's financial health and their market position, which leads to the S&P 500 outperformance. Perhaps most impressively, we see a 211% higher performance compared to the S&P 500. And what that means is that it's suggesting that companies are embracing human-centric leadership. These companies aren't just performing well, they're outpacing the market by quite a big margin. There's also a correlation to time to market, and it indicates that human-centric organizations are twice as fast bringing products or services to market. And in today's fast-paced business environment, this agility, that's a game changer. It allows companies to capitalize on opportunities more quickly than their competitors. And then we have the project success rate. And that, again, is a 1.6 times higher project success rate than their competitors. It's about a 60% increase. And it translates basically to less waste, better resource allocation, and a higher overall efficiency. And last but not least, in fact, it's pretty crucial, is we see a 3.5% lower margin or reduction of 71% of employees having a less negative reaction in the workplace. And that just leads to getting more work done, more positivity, and more impact. So some pretty significant results by incorporating human-centric leadership. So I have a call to action for all of you here. As recruiters and HR professionals, we have the power to shape the future of leadership. Let's move beyond the resume and seek out leaders who just don't manage, but who inspire, who just don't direct, but empower, who lead not with authority, but with real, genuine humanity. And in a world that's more connected than ever, the most valuable currency isn't data or dollars, although I do love data, but it's not. The most valuable currency is our shared humanity. So let's find the leaders who can take us there, who can build bridges across cultures, across generations, and across perspectives. I challenge each one of you here today and those who will be watching this in the future to implement at least one of these human-centric assessment techniques into your next leadership search. Together, and collectively as a community, we can transform our organizations and create workplaces that are not just productive, but truly and genuinely human-centered. Thank you for your attention today and for coming to this presentation. And I'm excited to see how we're all going to collectively shape the future of leadership assessment and development. Thank you.